Hype Aunties, we're back, and today we're in Kirikiriroa Hamilton, and we're going to explore the murals of Hamilton. If you're not aware of them already, we've got a map and we've curated a special tour to show you some of the best stuff around.
So what we're doing today is we are bringing you those local gems, the places we want you to discover with us, and link them to a special guest. And who is the guest? Well, you'll have to stick with us and learn a little bit later, but it's all worth it.
Absolutely. We're here to promote some of the experiences that our local community has to offer, and also some of the local businesses that support that community as well. So come with us.
Yeah, if you're curious, if you like novelty, discovering places, sharing experiences, and having a little adventure, go on a journey with us.
Come along.
So this is the little spot in front of the library where a lot of people are hanging out and doing the picnics, and there is often events and
outdoor chess.
A lot going on.
There was even people handing out Easter eggs just before.
Yeah. Have you seen that? There were two beautiful ladies dressed up as rabbits, and they were just handing out chocolates, and I thought, what a better way to introduce the library to kids.
I agree. So
it's genius.
So the first of our art pieces is actually on the library building.
Can you see it?
It's a colourful mosaic. It's absolutely gorgeous and really draws the eye here in the central city.
So it all started with the city wanting to highlight different pieces of its landscape with beautiful art, and they invited murals from around the country but also around the world to come here and to share their art. And that gave birth to the Boon Festival, which now marked the 10-year anniversary with more than 100 street art murals around the city. So Hamilton became a very artistic, colorful place to discover, and
we can't wait to share some of it with you. I also haven't seen all of them, so very excited as we go around.
So shall we?
Let's go to the next one. So we're starting.
Where is it?
We're starting here in Garden Place, and on our map, the City Library is number 21 of the Boon Street Art Festival pieces, and we're moving along to number 20. Just along Caro Street, so come with us.
We are very lucky. It's a beautiful day in Kirikiriroa. Kirikiriroa is the Maori name for Hamilton, and it's really lively because it's the beginning of the school holidays, which means kids are not at school. They are driving their parents nuts at home. Yeah!
Which is why I'm here with Manuela instead.
And this takes us to the second piece of art. Look at this beautiful Maori landmark.
This is number 20 on the Boon Street Art Festival. Just going to look it up
Daniel
here.
Ormsby.
This was done by Daniel Ormsby from Ngāti Maniapoto, and he is a toy painter, whakairo, traditional Māori carver, tamoko, traditional Māori tattooist, and educator based in Waitomo. So this is his piece behind us, and it's very close to the library as well. In fact, you can see it from there, and it's just great that they're in such close proximity. But we're standing in the road, so let's take us to the next piece of art on our map, which is
down the road
and around the bend. We're actually going to, where are we going? From 20 to number 18.
We're going
down Ward Street. We're going down Ward Street.
When I first came to Hamilton, I started seeing street art a little bit everywhere, and I got very, very intrigued. So I started researching about it and came across the Boon Art Festival and all the different activities. There was even a sculpture trail taking place. So they have different sculptures that were positioned around the city, and you would go on a trail and visit them, and even with a guided tour. So there is a lot going on, a lot of artistic endeavors.
Absolutely. So a big part of why we've started Hype Auntie is to expose lots of those of us who maybe don't know about all the cool stuff that's around. It's an opportunity for Manuela and I to explore and take you with us while we learn about all the cool stuff that's around the place.
Yeah,
Okay,
we go down the road.
we're going this way.
Auntie Sarah, I love your visor.
Oh, thank you. We think it gives us extra auntie kudos if we wear a visor. Makes us a little more recognisable out in public. So this is our uniform. How do you like it?
Yeah, I'm just very pleased that we have a lot of sun coming in. So every time that we are wearing them, it makes sense. But next time it might be with the rain, and it might just save our makeup so we are not drenching in the rain. But rain or shine, we are there.
We're going to bring you an adventure.
Exactly. Yes.
Cool. So we're just coming up to the Zeal building here, turning the corner, and let's see what our next art piece is. Oh, this one's beautiful.
Look at
It's a nice stackable surprise here.
It's huge. It's beautiful. Look how many details there are. What is this? Can you read who is it from?
I'm trying to find our number.
Ooh.
Which number are we? Is it this 19?
And it's cool. You see the little alleyway. So from one side and the other side. So it's really one to discover and uncover.
This one is by Sean Duffel, number 19 on the trail, and is known for his large abstract murals inspired by NZ flora, fauna, insects, and reptiles.
Huh.
So there.
Ooh. My wandering hand.
I'm hoping I've got the correct one. So I'm talking about. So we're very up close and personal with the next mural.
The little door must have been used for different deliveries and to get the goods in and out of the warehouse. And now it just gives this extra special feel. So I really like the feel of this building.
Okay, so we're here at number 19. We're going to go around the corner and onto Victoria Street. And that takes us down to the Waikato Te Awa outdoor area, where there is about 6 different art pieces for us to admire.
Ooh, yeah. Because Hamilton has this beautiful river running through it, and it provides an opportunity for canoeing, but also there is the bike trail. I actually really like biking. I feel free. I feel like a child when I'm on a bike. I don't know if you guys like it, but it just, I find it really special. And all along the river, there is this beautiful bike trail and something to uncover, and discover. I would take us on an adventure there, but imagine having the live and riding a bike.
We definitely aren't ready for putting our little doo-doo stick on a bike and running along. But I think you could use a GoPro. We're definitely learning as we go, whānau.
We're hardly walking with a stick.
This is very challenging. It's because we're both digital natives. Hey.
Yes. But Easter is coming up. What do you have planned for Easter?
We'll probably do an Easter egg hunt. Usually my eldest dresses up as the Easter bunny, but he's living in Australia, so someone else is going to have to try and wedge themselves into the Easter bunny suit this year.
Are you looking for some?
We need to find a skinny person because I don't fit it. So we'll see how that goes. But also my kids are 9, and I feel like maybe just cusping out of Easter bunny age. So we'll see how we go. That's my plans. What have you got on?
I think that this is forever, and if you have the opportunity or have someone in dressing up as a bunny that you can muck around and get some free chocolate from, it's a no-brainer.
It's a winner.
It's a winner.
I still have fun, and I am 45, so never ends. The fun never stops.
Yeah, you see, in Europe, it's really big. Easter is a very big celebration, but we never had an Easter hunt. And when we came to New Zealand and Orlando, my son was small, it was something that we really enjoyed. So having this little adventure and having chocolates a little bit everywhere, scattered everywhere, and have like a treasure hunt with different eggs put in different places. So, yeah.
Yes. Growing up Dutch, my family didn't ever give away the location of the hidden eggs. So if you didn't find it, it stayed there forever.
Maybe it's still there.
Yeah, it might still
After all
be
those
there.
years.
Yeah. 35-year-old eggs may still be present. But also there was a tradition of painting boiled eggs. So
Oh yes,
decorating,
we
painting
totally do
boiled,
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And actually there were so many different ways that this was done, in a natural way. So, for example, did you know that if you boil the eggs with the outside shell of the onions, they actually become red?
Oh, I did not know that. I'm
Yeah,
have to
yeah.
try that to see if it's true. Oh, look at this one.
This is the latest one. Look at this beauty.
Wow, this is huge and
It's incredible.
extremely beautiful.
Yeah.
It is.
No, you
Not
won't
on
find
the
it
map.
because
Not
they
on
actually
the
did
map.
it this year.
It's actually brand new.
It's brand new.
Let's go up close and see what we can see. So we were exploring and seeing where could you find a map. So if you wanted to come through Hamilton and have a look at all the street art, how could you find out about it? There's one available on the Boon Street website.
Yeah, I think it's boon.co.nz.
Boonarts.co.nz.
Boon Arts. They organize all sorts of events. So they have street art, but they also have sculptures and other impromptu events.
But it's
so they're very active.
it's a great little way of getting around town, doing something different, and admiring some of the beauty that our city has to offer.
Look at this.
Look at the detail in there. It's absolutely stunning.
It has a little bit of a Mexican feel. This woman, it reminds me of the Dias de los Muertos. You know, the November celebration of the dead.
Okay.
Yeah, because it does have a little bit of this creepiness that is just intriguing and beautiful. I love it. And I apologize if I have used a set of words that might be just my way of experiencing it, because art is just as special as that. It's very subjective.
Yeah.
So it reminded me of that, but it's
This
just
is
incredible,
beautiful.
the colors.
And it's so amazing
Yeah.
that Hamilton has so much of this art all over the city. And I think oftentimes we're just not aware that it's there. So a huge part of our mission is just to share what's around and expose you to that and remind you that there's more to explore.
Yes.
So this is kind of, you have to cross over on Victoria Street to get to where we are, and then there's a small greenscape that we're coming up to.
And I really like this little alleyway where you enter.
There's
and
lots
you
of cool
start
little
seeing-
businesses.
Yeah, very boutique businesses.
We've got Browser's Books, secondhand bookshop here. Gorgeous, one of my favourite places.
Oh, and some amazing music.
We've got a
playing.
sip and sew space.
No, it's just very cool. Big ceilings.
Just walking through Mr. Pickles.
I love the music.
And we're just going to wander down the stairs out the back.
Yeah, so if you want to have a nice nibble in a beautiful location, look at these.
Come down.
So here's another big street art piece. It's
And
beautiful.
I'm struggling to figure out from the map which numbers relate to which pieces. So I'm going to do my best, and if I get it wrong, someone can tell us.
Yeah, but online on the Boon Art website, you actually have a map. It's an interactive map, and you can click on it and learn more. But all of these have been done by local artists that can be discovered and also, engaged in different ways. And here, people hang out and just have lunch and fun. More street art at the back.
Yeah, I like this one. It's subtle.
Yeah.
It does wrap around the corner here.
Oh, it does. That's a cool look. On the left and on the right, and you can see it from both sides of the...
It's actually on the outside of the Larry Payne Gallery. So, wouldn't surprise me if they were involved.
Here's a beautiful sculpture done, I believe, by a Maori artist, and it's beautiful because it also lights up at night. So definitely a place to visit.
100%.
But I love that one on the corner. And I remember when I came here for the sculpture art trail, that the woman that was leading it, she said that the artist actually depicting himself, if I recall correctly, and that the bird on his shoulder, the bird over there, was actually his father, giving him guidance and protecting him. So his guardian.
So special.
Very special. I really like it.
Nice.
So let's continue.
Keep going. All right, we are here. So we're now coming down Victoria Street down to the Waikato Museum.
Cool.
For our next
Okie dokie.
piece.
Okay. So we speed up a little bit because we have our guest waiting
us
for
shortly.
us. And we don't want to...
Keep them waiting.
Yes. Know you. And there's a little bit of suspense. Who can it be? Who may it be? What do you think?
Yeah, any guesses? So we're now walking down kind of the main part of Victoria Street where all the eateries are.
Yeah. And there are some really good spots in here.
Just going past Burger Bros and the Chili House. There's a Movenpick store. Poppadoms. Got ice. Got Sal's up the road. Just in case you're wondering, where are we? How can I locate your placement? Based on what I know about Hamilton, then that's where we are, just outside Sal's Pizza.
If you're in Hamilton, where do you like to go and hang around? What is the place that you would like to recommend to anyone from outside Hamilton to come and visit? Oh, and we have some live music as well. You see, artists all around. Oh,
I saw you coming. It's got gun shy. Gun shy. Okay, do we need to cross here?
Yes, let's cross.
Okay. Okay, we're just coming up to the Waikato Museum, or the Hamilton Museum.
Oh, yes. That's one of my favorite spots.
There's so much to see there, actually.
Mm.
We've got the fountain out front here. There's also this the art school out the front here. I'm actually just exploring, putting one of my kids through some of their courses. So they've got all sorts of courses that happen here at the Waikato Society of Arts.
This is what she's talking about.
Yeah.
And it's incredible. Inside there's so many little pieces of art that you can take as to decor your house, but also as gifts. It's just beautiful.
There's some beautiful
and
stuff
a
there.
mural.
Here we go.
This artist, I do remember this artist because he's Japanese.
Oh, where can we stand so we can get a bit of view?
And
Maybe over here?
he's Japanese, and he came to create this piece of work. Look at this. I find it absolutely incredible.
Stunning.
And I don't know whether you at home can actually understand how big this is. Because it all seems so small on our screens, but actually it's a big building, and this tiger is so colorful, it's so vibrant, it's really, really amazing. So
Spectacular. Maybe I'll go and stand by it for context.
okay, she's going to stand so you can see how small she is or how big is the tiger, whichever applies. Look at this.
It's huge.
Incredible! She's like, she's smallish small. Yeah. So, shall we continue our journey?
Definitely. Where to next?
It's green. Let's go. Let's go. A little bit of action. Action.
Pushing our luck. We're pushing our luck. Oh.
Okay.
Where to next, Manuela?
So, I really like this road. So this is Hood Street.
Right.
And there is a lot going on at night in Hood Street.
Mostly good.
I'm still looking for a salsa place where I can pretend that I know how to dance.
Okay, fantastic.
So it needs to be a busy one, so I can get lost in the crowd, but still have fun.
Absolutely. Well, I can help you with the fun part, not the salsa. But also lots of eateries and things, lots of bars that open up just at night. So it's a little quiet now, but we'll be busy later on, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. When talking to different businesses, it's still apparent how much of a negative impact COVID had on businesses, especially small
Especially in
businesses.
tourism and hospitality.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the aftermath of that is still felt.
Still going.
Still going. It's a ripple effect. And this is why we're doing all this. We really want to bring these local businesses, local gems to your doorsteps.
To your attention. So you
So
know
we
where
can
they
all
are.
support them.
Yeah, 100%.
We can support them and make them thrive. And yeah, it's a win-win because I love local businesses. I love discovering a new way of solving problems or doing things, new products, and not the same old that I've always seen. So small businesses, I think, are vital for a happy home.
A thriving community.
Thriving community, but yeah.
That's what we're all about. Okay, here's a beautiful spot behind us.
It even says Boon on it.
Oh, does it? Cool.
It does. What are we talking about?
It's using
Let
our
us
colour scheme.
show
I'm
you.
really liking this one.
Let us show you what we're talking about.
Gorgeous.
Look, it looks like Auntie Sarah.
Almost. I'm trying to match the
Love
theme
it.
here. Really gorgeous.
Yeah,
We're
we are
going down a
to-
little alleyway here.
Yes, it's
Discovery
a very
time.
special alleyway. The first time that I came here, I got intrigued because I could see all those pieces.
Make your
And-
arm longer, Manuela. So they can... I want you to see all of it. It's amazing. Look at it. So joined together.
Yeah.
Yet it's actually got an enormous amount of texture in the wall. So very creative and very challenging, I'm sure, for the artist.
Yes, and when I came here the first time, it was just so inviting. I wanted to see what was going on. So I came in this place and started discovering. Hi!
Kia ora.
And
Making new friends.
we made new friends. So would you like to come down?
While
You can come too.
he's coming down, please, let's do
Yeah.
a little 360 here
A
because
little
we're in
360.
Street Art Central right now. Just stunning work all around us.
But the last time when I first came here in this alleyway, this is exactly how it panned out. I came in and got intrigued by this place only to find out Craig on the balcony. And this led to today's encounter and us bringing him to you.
Yeah, because we want you to know about this place too. So there's a spot here called Diesel Coffee. Okay.
Where is the Diesel Coffee? Mark, do you see it? Yes.
There you go.
And here is Craig.
So have we got an audience?
We don't know.
Well,
Kia ora.
so we are going live today, but this will stay live for 30 days. So
Okay.
we'll have an audience, if
Yeah,
not
nice.
today, in the future.
Cheers.
And the two of us are sharing this one. So, Craig,
Yes.
I was just saying that the last time when I was discovering this this alleyway, I came across you. And it was amazing because actually Craig created this beautiful artwork that we have in the background that is on the wall. And that led for us to start the conversation. And you told us about the Lighthouse art business, which stands behind it. And can you tell us more?
Sure, yeah. So this is Lighthouse Studios that are the murals on just now. So we've got
This is where the magic happens.
this is a shared studio space with muralists and painters, and we've got a music producer and a videographer in there now, and a writer.
Oh, wow.
And so there's quite a few of us. And but yeah, we all sublease the space so that we have a big open shared studio. So people that normally work by themselves in their little caves get to come in and have a shared space and have a community to actually go to work with. Yeah, and Lighthouse is primarily a mural production business. So we've produced many of the murals in Hamilton and just produced the Tauranga Street Art Festival.
I think many of the ones that Sarah and I visited today were actually done by Craig.
Yeah, I've got about 10 in Hamilton, I think. Or
Cool.
8 murals in Hamilton. But have had my finger in about 80 of the murals that are around the city.
And the other day, let me get that. I'm still practicing how to get my hand long enough to bring us. I went to see Finn, and we'll tell you
Yes.
more about Diesel Coffee. But inside, in the space, there was this amazing mural done by Craig.
Yeah, I did that one too. Yeah.
And it just brought so much character to the space. So I thought it's just a way that people can use your skill set
Yeah.
to bring some life into their space.
Yeah, so you work in a few different ways. There's kind of the community free for the public version, which is in public space, where the artists are primarily given creative freedom to kind of do what they want to do best, and they'll use ideas from maybe the stories of that area or the people that use that space to inspire, the designs. And then for something like Diesel Coffee, it's more about the business and the brand that's there, so we can use a mural to really affordably kind of transform a space, but at the same time tell a story about the business at the same time.
Yeah. How did you got into murals in the first place? A lot of artists don't go into that route.
No, so I think the normal trajectory for muralists is to go from street art and graffiti and to kind of graduate into legal walls, and muralism is kind of the legal name for a lot of that work. But there's also, in the last 20 something years, maybe more, there's been a big surge of artists that will be studio painters or illustrators and designers that have moved into murals too. So my background was comic books and studio painting for galleries and exhibitions.
Oh, cool.
And then I had the opportunity to paint in the first Street Art Festival in Hamilton, and I just totally fell in love with the scale and the fact that you do a painting and then everybody gets to see it for 20 plus years because it's on the side of a building.
You can't miss those ones.
Yeah. But also my background's in community arts, where we spend a lot of time working with arts groups and artists, possible to apply for funding or to find support, but really just to make their projects, be real. And they've got a lot of justification they have to do for how it benefits the community. So we were very much, had our eye on those kind of values and benefits based things. And when I did my first mural and then started to run the festival, it became really apparent that I didn't know what the equivalent art form was that really did all of the above. When you think about all those boxes we have to tick of what, the power of art, the accessibility of it, the value in it for community or for the city if they're paying for it, the opportunities for artists. Like there's such a rich benefit that murals do that is, my favourite part is that it's just so accessible that you don't have to go through any door. You just have to walk around your city and you get to experience art. Yeah.
Do you need, I always wonder, do you need special permissions? Like who allows you to paint on a wall? Because it's...
So there's two people involved. There's the owner of the building and the business in the building. So they have to be involved. Quite usually the person asking for a mural will be the business because they're working in that space.
So no city council involved?
They can be. We paint a lot of city council-owned buildings or assets. So, for example, like public toilets, that'll be in parks. But also, council own lots of different buildings.
But what I meant is, if I have a building and I'm the owner of it, I can actually put a mural.
Yes. There's
that is cool.
City to city, I think the rules change. In Hamilton, you don't need consent unless you're in a heritage area where there will be, I forgot the term for that, where there's rules around what colour your building's allowed to be. So there's some places have heritage rules, but if it's not a heritage building, which is most of the buildings in Hamilton, then it's really up to the owners to do what they want to do. And the reasons why you'd have to have other consents or permissions would be more around just the technical side of health and safety and that make everybody safe. So, for example, these are boring. This is kind of boring information, but if the building is more than, I think, 5 meters, you have to notify WorkSafe so that they're aware that you're operating because it's a higher risk. And if you've got more due diligence to do for as far as keeping yourself and the public safe when you're doing that. You're using things like access machines, and it just gets more complicated because there's more things could potentially go wrong. So there's consent and approval in that way.
Okay, now
and if you wanted to close a road down because you have to get a big huge boom lift that's going to close a laneway, then you have to do a traffic management plan. So those things are much more complex, but they're kind of the boring technical side of it. But just to have permission to paint something on your building, that's really up to who owns the building.
I was imagining Craig as a Mission Impossible climbing big buildings. What is the tallest one that you built on?
28 meters is the tallest.
Wow!
That was very, very big.
That is crazy!
Yeah, that was quite intimidating because there's at that height, even just a little gust of wind makes the whole thing, move. And even with the machine extended that far, even just brushing with your hand is enough to make the basket sway.
But how big are the proportions then? If it's 20 meters, that means that all the proportions are, huge.
Yeah. There's lots of tricks and techniques that artists use to translate from, say, a sketch on an A4 piece of paper to a 28 meter tall building. There's lots of ways to do that. Some will project, so you can literally trace the outline of the work. But there's lots of tricks and tools that you can use to do it. Some are confident and talented enough that they can just draw at that scale. They can just do it, which is very impressive.
Craig, so lovely to meet you.
Pleasure.
How would someone engage your services if they really wanted a beautiful mural on their building?
Yeah, sure. So my Instagram handle is magicdarts, and info@kirikiriroa.com is my email address.
We'll put them in the comments.
So if you were to Google or search for Lighthouse or Magic Darts or Craig McClure, I think I'd be pretty easy to find. But yeah, we can come in and do a no obligation quote. We have generally I find the cost of a mural is really similar to just a commercial painter painting it.
No.
It's, you know, we're not too far off.
Okay, I have a living room. I have a living room I need to paint. So.
Yeah. I got in trouble once from a project manager because I was cheaper than the wallpaper quote for doing the
No.
That's mental. That's mental.
Yeah.
So you could have a stunning piece of art for the same cost as painting your building white, roughly. That is newsflash to me. I hope it's a newsflash to you that you hope to act on.
But
That's
yeah,
crazy.
thank you, Craig.
Thank you
my
so
pleasure.
much for sharing.
Yeah, and I must say that yes, we're talking about murals today, but I've seen all sorts of things when I was digging the dirt, and I saw events where you were live drawing and different
I think
experiential things.
The
It's
idea
crazy.
of what an artist is today is really broad. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Nobody's one thing, I don't think, anymore, unless you're in a position of privilege and resource where you don't have to worry about making a living. But for someone who's trying to make a living, you have to do a little bit of everything, really. And also, if you're anything like myself, which I know a lot of my friends are, is you get bored of doing one thing and you kind of have to stay stimulated by trying lots of different stuff. And,
Yeah. So I would say, mural or not, contract Craig, because
100%.
you don't know what he can produce.
No, it's amazing. No size is obviously too big.
What size is too big?
No.
No, thank you so much for
Pleasure.
that. I really appreciate. And thank you guys.
Thanks, team.
We'll continue our ride because we have a little bit more to visit. Thank you so much for being with
Enjoy
us
your day.
today. And we'll talk more.
Okay, take
Cool.
care.
Ka kite
Cheers.
anō. Well, that was a very cool special guest for us today. I can't
love
believe.
it.
I
Oh my
actually
God.
can't believe that
I'm
you can get a mural for the same cost as painting your building white.
Yeah, I was not joking when I was saying that I need to paint my living room. And now
That's
my
madness.
mind is going wild. Like, what could it be in there? Oh my God. Because honestly, Diesel Coffee. So in this little alleyway, in the same building as Craig, there is Diesel Coffee, and this is Finn Irwin is the founder of Diesel Coffee, and I love his story. I went to see him the other day, and he was telling me that they went to open up a spot by a petrol station, and hence the name, because it became the roastery where they started Diesel Coffee. And then they moved in this building just at the back, and now they are supplying the coffee to the to a coffee bar and the domestic, and soon to be the international airport.
Oh, nice.
And a few other spots. So yeah,
But if you want to see the mural in their space, you're going to have to come down here.
yeah.
Little
It's
surprise
not
in
open to
store.
public, but we'll let you know when it is. It's so cool. So the entire space, it's amazing because it smells of coffee. You enter and there is this the waft that comes in, wakes you up totally. And there's so much character because at the far end of the wall, there's this huge, beautiful women's face, and it's a mural. And it just brings the entire space to life. It's really cool.
Speaking of bringing spaces to life, we're now traversing up Alexandra Street and making our way towards the Windtech.
Yes.
Looking for just a couple more
Because-
pieces to show you before we wrap up for today.
You remember when I said that there are more than 100 pieces of street arts around the different walls of Hamilton? I was not joking. There is that many, and even more. Even your kids were doing a mural as well. So everyone is involved, not just artists. It's a community.
Every year they have this amazing street art festival, and this year they invited a whole bunch of schools to come and participate in painting one. And so all of these kids, all about age 9, went along to paint a mural over in Hamilton East in Love Grove Lane. And they had a blast being part of it. And just like the artist we just spoke to, Craig, they were so excited at the prospect of having their work on display for the public to see for the next 20 years or more. And I thought it was a really beautiful way to beautify the community You know, like it's just a brick wall otherwise, but suddenly it's a work of art. Okay, so we are at number 33.
Yes.
So number 33 is Te Haunea Tuna. Te Haunea Tuna's main passion is his Māori heritage, whether it's depicting atua Māori, Māori gods, myths and legends, creating personifications inspired from stories, or etching whakapapa, genealogy, and life journeys onto people. So that's it. This is the artist. So Te Haunea Art, if you want to find him, at Te Haunea Art.
So let me find that.
Stunning.
Look at this piece. And it stretches all the way down there.
And that's actually a separate piece down there.
And all the way down here. It's incredible with this in the middle. And it's so powerful to stand out here. It just...
You can feel it.
You can feel it. And yes, Auntie Sarah is right, because there is another one down there. It was the number 34, but it leads to a 30.
Or 30. Tex X. Hoi Hakena Ngāwati, Ngāti Hine Tainui Ngāpui, is a Hamiltonian muralist and Wintec graduate with a number of impressive works around Hamilton and the world. And again, it is actually super impressive. Walk this way so you can get the impact.
Mm-hmm. You see? Ooh. Oh, yes. You see how it all continues? It tells a whole story, and here's a character on the side. So it's huge. It just stretches all the way down. But what I really appreciate about us meeting Craig is that it just iterates that small local businesses can come in all shapes and forms, and street art is one of them. So bringing those walls to life, the spaces that we have, that tell our story, for, can it be a retail, it can be an office, it can be all sorts of things, a community hall. It's a business that can really bring the vibrancy and life into things. And yet, yeah, it's not the most obvious thing. When you talk about local businesses, you think about the most usual kind
Cafes,
of things. Yeah.
That sort of thing, where you don't usually think about muralists tucked away down an alleyway near you. But they're there.
So I thought it was very special to have him reminding us of
the diversity of businesses.
Exactly.
I loved the way that they have collectivized to share a space and build community for themselves, because it is genuinely one of the things that's most difficult for some of our small businesses, is that it can be quite isolating. So I'm really excited that there's a community of artists here tucked away off Alexandra Street.
Yeah. By the way, there are some more tucked away in that little alleyway, but yeah, we can't see them all today. We will have to pick and choose and really bring you to a few that we have tailored for this mini adventure today.
And we hope that it inspires you to go on your own adventure, exploring Hamilton and checking out all the gorgeous street art we have on display.
Yeah. You see the name? You see the name in this mural? It's unfortunate that the cars are parked in front, but the name is Craig McClure, which is the person.
That is so cool. I didn't even realise that's what was happening. I feel like here's one we prepared earlier.
Look. So this is Craig's work, one of them, and also the one behind. So let me just. It's really cool because it shows a variety of different expressions that he can take. So this is the one from, it says 2021. Okay. And I think that this is his as well. It was a whole topic. Aspetta. So yeah, cool colors.
Fantastic, and just a gorgeous open space. So where there used to be buildings, there are now obviously walls to decorate, and we've got one more to show before we move out of the space. That's beautiful.
I love it.
Awesome.
Very
All right,
nice.
where are you taking us next?
Okay,
We're nearly there,
let's
team.
go. Let's go.
We're
A
at
little
the
bit.
end of our adventure today.
Yeah, it's been such a nice way of spending lunchtime together.
So we're really grateful you've joined us today. Thanks for coming on our little midweek adventure with us. And we hope to see you again next week.
We are finishing it at the Wintec Mural. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for being with us.
See you next week.